So for this recipe, you're going to need some sugar, about half a cup of sugar. You're going to need some evaporated milk. Ooh, I opened that and it kind of spilled. Some condensed milk, and this is a 12 fluid ounce can of condensed milk. You're going to need 7 eggs, some condensed milk, and this is 14 ounces. You're going to need the chocolate cake mix, whichever chocolate cake, it doesn't matter what brand or anything like that. And you're going to need some vanilla and water. I mean, of course, you're going to need the ingredients that the cake mix calls for. So, 3 eggs are for the cake, and 4 eggs are going to be for the vanilla. For the flan. So, what you're going to do first is you're going to caramelize the half cup of sugar. And the reason it's already, there's already caramelized sugar was because I've already made a Choco Flan, which is right here, as you can see. Like I said, I am starting to make these and sell these because I'm trying to earn a little extra bucks because with the economy the way it is tough. So we're going to go ahead and caramelize this, and then, so while the sugar is caramelizing, we're going to go ahead and mix the cake mix. You're going to follow the directions just as it is on the box. So I went ahead and added the cake mix, the oil, and the water. Now I'm adding the eggs. And then you're going to mix this. Okay, so the cake is already mixed. The cake mix is done. Let's go over here and check on our sugar. Stir it up a little, and you can see it starts getting caramelized. I also did forget to mention, you are going to want to preheat your oven at 350 degrees. I already have mine preheated, or starting to preheat. And then in your oven, you're going to get a bigger container, and you're going to fill it with water. Let me go ahead and just top it off with some more water. So you're going to fill it with water. Okay. So just leave that in there while your oven is preheating. And then let's check on the sugar. You're going to want to keep a close eye on this because the sugar does tend to burn if you leave it alone. So just keep an eye on it. Alright, so for the flan, you're going to pour in your evaporated milk in a blender. You can either mix it or blend it. I'm going to go ahead and just blend it. And then you're going to pour in your condensed milk. You're going to want to scrape it with a spoon. And then you're going to add 4 eggs. This is very, difficult to do with one hand, let me tell you. So there's one. There's two. There's three. And there's four. And then you're going to add a splash of vanilla extract. Just a small amount goes a long way. And then you're going to blend it. Alright, and there you have it. Just give it a couple pulses. You don't really want it to get, you see how it has like bubbles on top? You don't really want it like that, but I mean that's fine. It's not going to do anything. You're going to coat your pan with some spray butter. And then mine still has a little bit of caramel from the previous cake that I did, but that's fine. And then you're going to finish caramelizing this. And then that looks about done. So go ahead and turn off the heat. Now let me try to do this with one hand. Like I said, it's very difficult to do with one hand, so I'll try it. Well, what you're going to do is you're going to pour this into your bundt pan. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this, and then you're going to swirl it around. It's to get, you know, coated on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and do that because it's really, really hard to do it with one hand. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so you're going to want to swirl it. And you're going to want to use some oven gloves because this thing does get really hot. Just swirl it around. Coat the entire bottom. Alright. And then once that's done, your cake mix is ready to be poured in there. Alright, so you poured your cake mix in there and just evenly distribute it. Then you're going to grab your flan mix and you're going to carefully, very carefully just pour it on top. You need lots of patience for this. You need to do it very carefully. Just pour it all in there. So as soon as you pour it in there, you're going to go ahead and cover it with aluminum foil. So once you've covered it with aluminum foil, you're going to go ahead and put it in the other container with the water, and you're going to bake it at 350 degrees for an hour. And since I already have another one here, what you're going to do when it comes out is you're just going to go along the sides and just make sure that the cake doesn't stick. Once it's cold, you're going to flip it. Before you flip the cake over, you want to go over it and level it off with a knife all the way around. And then just take the excess cake off the top. Just like that. And then that way when you flip it over, it's flat on the bottom and it's not going to crack. So just, like I said, just take a knife and just go all around and just level it off. And then you can flip it. So you can flip it directly onto a plate wherever you're going to serve it, but since I'm selling this and I'm going to be transferring it to a cardboard, but I put it on the plate first. go ahead and flip it over, and I'll try to show this to you while I'm doing it. So you're going to leave it there, and this is still hot. You want to let it cool for about 30 minutes, but of course it's still hot. And that is what it looks like. Caramel on top, sugar that you caramelize. Flan is on the top, chocolate cake is on the bottom. Look how beautiful it is. And that is what is Choco Flan.